Okay, so continuing from where we were, we had just made screen 1 and we made question 1. So now we need to move to question 2 and question 3. What we're going to do first is go to our design, question 1 screen, and we are going to duplicate our question 1 screen. We're going to click on the screen, change our ID to question 2, choose an image, our question 2 image, change the label to Q2 score. This is text input 2 and this is button 3. Okay, and then it still has image 3 and image 4. We're going to duplicate this again for question 3. So, and when you click on duplicate, when you have it on an element, it actually just duplicates that element. That's not what we are trying to do. So we will click on the screen and then duplicate the screen. Okay, so the ID of the screen is question 3. The ID of the score is Q3 score. We still have image 5, image 6. We need to click on the screen and get a question image. So we choose our question image. And then we will create a new screen. This screen will just have stars that say you moving on to the next level. So we'll create 3 stars and you'll get a different number of stars depending on what score you get. We are going to make our stars gold, and these will only show, so we will hide them and they'll show depending on what score you get. So we'll keep them hidden for now. We'll come back to the screen. Okay, so back to our code. Where we left off, the thing just stayed on the screen, and now we want it to automatically go to the second screen after you have answered. So we're going to come onto controls and we are going to give it a timeout. So a timeout means it needs to wait a certain number of seconds before it performs the task that's inside there. We want it to wait, so take 2 timeouts and put it on the if and the else section, and we want it to wait 2 seconds. That is 2000 milliseconds. Want it to wait 2 seconds, and we want it to go to question 2. So set screen question 2, set screen question 2. One other thing that we wanted to do is to hide the image that had popped up. So we will find the hide element. So image 2 had popped up. We want image 2 to hide. If you were wrong, image 1 would have popped up, and after I told you that image 1 that it was wrong, we want image 1 to hide. Another thing that we wanted to do is to carry over your score. So your score needs to show on the next screen that you're going to. For that, we need a set number. And the set number is going to go write the score on Q2 score. It will write the score. And we'll do the same for the else. And we'll write score there. Cool. Now we will quickly test it and we'll move on to what happens in question 2. So when you click on run, come here, click on play, put in your answer, wait 2 seconds, put in your answer, and we can't answer it. So we need to make sure that we can answer. That's what we'll be doing now. We are going to switch to text view, and then between our two comments, our question 1 comment and our question 2 comment, we're going to copy that section of code, and then we're going to come paste it here. We are copying and pasting code because it uses the same logic to do the things. And then we'll show blocks again. The button ID, so we'll reset, go to screen question 2. The ID for the button is button 3, so we'll come here and change this to button 3. And then we'll just change our debugging comment to button 3 clicked. The text input is text input 2. We will change that to text input 2. We are writing our score on Q2 score. The image that's going to show the ID is image 4. The ID is image 4. Then we are going to make it go to question 3 when it's done. Then we are going to be hiding our image 4 again. Then we come and change this to Q2 score. Q2 score. The image that's going to show is image 3. And then it will go to question 3. It's going to hide image 3. And it's going to go right this and Q3 score, carrying it over. It needs to carry it over even for this instance. It's gonna go to Q3. Q3 score. So let's just test this instance and we'll come back and do the same for question 3. So run, play button. Did we change our value? No, it's still looking for umama and we want the value to be ubaba. So let's reset, run. So far so good. Now we just need to do the same for question 3. We go back to our text. We copy between question 2 and question 3. And we put our text in there. We show blocks for that. Design. Question 3. Go to our code. Question 3. So the button on question 3 is button 4. Can change that to button 4. We change the text to button 4. The input that it's reading is text input 2. Text input 3. We change that. The answer that we are expecting, can change that there. That piece of code stays the same. It's writing onto Q3 score. It's going to pop up image 6. So you check for the ID just by hovering over it. Image 6. And then it's going to go to screen 3 where we show our levels. Then our image 6 is going to hide again. Image 6 gets hidden. Then it can still write it onto Q3. We don't need to increment. Then this will go to screen 3. It'll hide image 5. It'll hide image 5. It needs to change this to image 5. And it will write it onto Q3. Okay, so far, let's test now. Click on play. Now we have finished our first level. The next video will focus on the logic for transitioning between the levels.